It's Transformers 96 here with another video, and I'm going to be talking about a new Transformers custom that I've just finished, and it is Barricade from Transformers Last Night. So I've been doing a lot of Transformers customs recently, have been having a lot of fun, and Barricade was one that I always considered doing, and when we finally saw more shots of him in the trailers, it became apparent that the coloring on the one that they had released was not quite accurate. Barricade has a brighter, kind of lighter blue in this movie as opposed to the very dark blue that's on the figure itself. So when I saw that, I definitely wanted to do a repaint, and that's what I did here, and I think that it came out pretty neat. I definitely like it quite a bit. So let's talk about it. So obviously, just try to make it more movie accurate in general. I didn't have much of an example to go on. I found one person that did a lighter blue repaint of this figure on Google, and it wasn't done very well, to be perfectly honest. Like, the arms themselves were just completely silver, and then the legs were just like completely blue. It was a bad combo, so I did have to take a lot of liberties. However, I did kind of use that one to kind of see how it would look, but overall I think that the way I did it actually was a fair amount better than the one that I found. But overall, it looks very cool. The head sculpt. I always loved the head sculpt. The issue that I had with the head sculpt was the fact that the back piece of the head wasn't painted the same color as the front. That was incredibly annoying, and it kind of just like cut his head in the middle, which was very strange. So being able to have it all painted the same color now is so much better, and I'm definitely much happy with that. I left the eyes, the same red because they just look very cool. Although it's not accurate, in the movie he has his front eyes are red, his back eyes are blue. However, I think that just having the two reds look better in general, so it's not quite accurate, but I did leave it that way. Then the chest, repainted it. Blue, did the top blue, and then this was black, I believe, so I painted these blue. I think that works pretty nicely. The torso here had black and this like dark gray already, which looked pretty nice. So then I just added a few of the pieces I painted silver. So just added a bit more silver detail in there to make it look more mechanical. The arms, painted items blue and silver, and then the hands I kind of painted a mixture of silver and blue. And then the knuckles, of course, I painted gold and then kind of washed a very lightly brushed black into it to really make the words pop on them. So I think that does look pretty nice. And then basically what I did with the blue is that I just used a metallic blue, same blue that I used on Drift and Optimus Prime. However, I mixed in just the tiniest bit of black with that, so to give it a slightly darker appearance. So I used that, and then the rest I did silver, and then on the silver, just the silver, I lightly brushed in a bit of black just to make some of the details on the silver pop a bit. And then, as you can see, his weapon I painted black, and then painted the details on it silver, and then painted the ends of the cannons, kind of gave them a brush, a black kind of brushing. I might, touch up these a little bit. It's hard to do, because it's hard to make it look natural, and not make it look so, like mechanical in the way it's done. But I always really like the idea of doing that to make it look like the cannons have been fired a lot. So that was cool. I definitely wanted to do that. And then his weapons I did paint. I'm not quite done with this handgun yet. I do have to touch it up a bit. However, I painted the spots on the inside of it black, and then painted the raised parts silver. So I think that looks pretty nice. And painting this black and whatnot kind of makes it pop and makes the trigger pop a lot more, so I do like that. It looks more like a gun. And then his baton, I painted black, left the pieces that he holds, though, the standard kind of grayish color. But, of course, they still pop out and everything. You can hold them. Really cool. I love the accessories that this figure comes with, so definitely wanted to keep that. And then the legs, just painted areas silver and some blue and whatnot, so did kind of the same pattern there. And on the back end, of course, I painted all the wheels, gave them the silver, what are these called, hubcaps or whatnot? Yeah, painted everything just like that. Did the silver up there as well. So overall, I do really like the way that this custom came out. I think that this is more movie accurate, and it's just cooler in general. So I definitely like the way it's been done. I did take off the back panel. This is something that you can do easily. It's just on a little clip right here, so you can just pop it back out. I did paint this as well, so if I wanted to, I can put it back on. However, it looks nicer if it's off, and I prefer it just the way that it is at the moment. I know that you can kind of like use this as like a riot shield, but it does just kind of look like the top of a car, so it's not that impressive as a riot shield. But it is still nice that you can do that if you wanted to. But overall, there's Barricade. He still, of course, maintains all of his articulation. Comparing him now with some of, actually all of the Last Night figures that I have so far, I've painted. So, here he is with Optimus Prime from the Last Night, as well as from Berserker, which I've repainted into Crankcase. I did update Crankcase since the last time I showed him. I added some more weather in there. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with what I've done here. I think that they all look very cool in their own little, in their own right here, and I think that they look pretty neat. I definitely like the Barricade paint. I definitely wanted to do it because Barricade has a really neat look in this movie, and I definitely wanted to express that as accurately as I could in the figure. So that's why I did that. Hopefully, it would be very cool if I can get a little chain and a little like Decepticon badge to put on him, because that's something that he has in the movie that, of course, is not seen here in the figure. As well as this this figure in general, the head sculpt is not quite accurate. We never actually see him with his battle mask like this. We only see him with his mouth opened and, with his mouth fully visible. So although I like this head sculpt a lot, it's actually not quite accurate, we know now, so that is kind of disappointing. But overall, I still definitely like the look of it very much, so I'm pretty happy with it. Get him in a bit of a pose here. So yeah, so there you go, that's my video review showing my custom Barricade figure. I did have requests to actually do this custom Barricade figure, and so thank you for anybody who requested it. It was definitely a fun one to do, and one that I'm very happy that I did do. So let me know what you guys think of my custom, and if you have any ideas for other customs that you'd like to see me tackle, I definitely love to hear the suggestions, and thanks so much for watching.